Hello everyone, we're back with some more learning to knit. Last week we did this, the garter stitch. Today we're gonna learn how to purl. I don't need to teach you how to knit the knit stitch because that's what we've been doing in the garter stitch. The garter stitch is constantly knit, the right sides and the back sides. Okay, so I'm on the right side of my work. I'm gonna knit one row, just plain knit stitch, because on the right side of your work, on the good side, say, you do the knit stitch. And I kept my piece from last week so you can see the difference. And something important, this is always the good side of your work. This is the inside of or the bad side or the wrong side or whatever they call it. They all have different names for it. So now we're going to pull back. So we get another view on the front. Okay. We put our needle under our yarn. We pick up our stitch, not like this when we do the garter stitch or the knit stitch, but like this. So in the front. We wrap our yarn around and we push it through the loop. We pick up a stitch. I'll come a bit closer. We pick up the stitch, wrap around, and you see the yarn is going with the needle, and we slip it off. Yarn around through the loop, yarn around through the loop, yarn around through the loop, and then you slip off a stitch, of course. And soon you'll be knitting a small project or something. I've already got a few things in mind. But first we're gonna learn the basics. Like this. Knit, purl, ribbing, increase, decrease, all those stitches. So now we're on the good side of our work again, and you can see the difference. That's the row of purl we did on the other side, and it comes out like this, comes out like a knit stitch. So now this side we're gonna knit again, just plain knitting. We go in the front of our stitch when we knit, remember, we wrap around, we pull it through and we slip it off. And if you have any questions or problems, you can always contact me below. I'll always reply. So you see, there's a difference. We're going to purl again, so our needle under our yarn, we pick up our stitch in the front, we wrap our yarn around, we push the yarn through the loop, and then we slip it off. I hope I'm staying in the picture, but I think so. I'll do another row or two, so we'll see. I can always edit out if I went out of the picture. So this is what happens if we do one row of knit and one row of purl. We get the stitch. I don't know what they call it in English, but we call it the Jersey stitch in Flemish. It's actually the knitting stitch. So now I'm just doing the plain knit again, the one you've been practicing the past week. And we're gonna do another purl this underneath. Don't forget, wrap around, push through, slip off. I'm trying to get my hands out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And we carry on like this, one row of each, and this is what it should look like, the plain knit. And in the future you can make figures in your knit side with purl stitch. We'll be doing that. We'll be learning to make cables, knitting holes on purpose, the ribbing stitch, the moss stitch. We'll start with the easy ones anyway. So this is it for this time. Give me a thumbs up if you managed to do it, and I'll be back next week. Probably with the ribbing stitch. I'll still see what I'm gonna do. Okay, have a nice knitting week and see you next time. Bye for now.